Рассказывайте сейчас о
we wanted to
карте будут.
explore a vision of the future inspired by retro sci-fi aesthetics from the 60s and 70s. One main inspiration has been the space colony artwork created by NASA during the 70s. Many of these concepts are showing rotating habitats designed to simulate gravity and support population in orbit. The map takes place inside one of these massive space habitats, showing a community where
Они даже учли то, что у Юпитера к 80-му году будут кольца.
we wanted it to feel like a place where people actually would call home, a version of the American dream reimagined for life in space. As you move through the map, you will encounter a variety
Это похоже на
of
эту,
idea.
типа,
There are quiet
фантастику
neighborhoods next to
80-х.
luxurious mid-century modern houses overlooking the landscape of the colony.
Да.
You will also find a sports center where residents can stay active, as
фантастика,
well as a large
прекрасная
botanical garden
карта.
that helps bring nature into this artificial
Вообще
environment.
на одну не
One of the
похоже.
most important locations on the map is the terminal. This serves as a central hub for the colony, allowing the residents to travel between different destinations within the ring and other planets. Galaxy Estates is shaped by its sponsor. This season's sponsor is Cometa, an American company
Новый спонсор.
specializing in luxury orbital residences. Through Cometa, we were able to imagine what a premium space habitat might look like when designed for those seeking a life beyond Earth limits. From a gameplay perspective, we wanted movement to play a major role in how players experience the map. To support this, Galaxy
про мажор?
introduces speed tunnels that allows
Про
players
мажора
to
ничего
quickly
вроде
travel
не было.
between different zones and reposition themselves across their
Будет поезд с
то,
быстрыми
что
туннелями.
fast connected
сюжет The
Япония.
Finals как-то переплетается с сюжетом арка.
We are also introducing anti-gravity volumes throughout the map. These areas
Охуеть,
allows
на этой
players
хуйне
to
летать
float
можно.
upwards
Прикольно.
and
Да,
your
блядь,
levels,
здесь
opening
гранаты
up for
не
new
поиграешь.
traversal opportunities and vertical combat spaces. While exploring the colony, make sure to stop by the oxygen pods for a breath of fresh air, take a stroll throughout the residential backyards, and spend some time appreciating the everyday life we have tried to imagine inside this
Обычные
futuristic
улицы, дома.
world.
Кстати,
Прикольно
почему-то
сделали, да?
напоминает
To the
этот
terminal gates.
ПВЗ Garden Warfare.
И теперь о милишке говорят.
This season, one of our main focuses has been on reworking the melee combat system. As we've said previously, we feel melee has two core problems we'd like to solve. We want to make melee a more viable style of play with a fair chance of winning.
Они...
Нереалистичные вообще кадры, блядь. Меч должен просто нажимать
Which has
ЛКМ.
been a
В
common
нынешнем
point of
мете.
frustration. To make melee more viable, we've made several changes.
Они считают милишку нечестной по отношению к
Increasing damage,
стреляющим
amplifying
и недостаточно сильной для тех, кто
boosting ranges. This has
использовал.
increased the potential power of the
Решили
majority of
изменить.
melee weapons. Second, all melee weapons can now lunge towards an enemy when making
Добавили
можно
рывок к
отталкивать.
каждому оружию.
the size of the lunges has been
Нихуя себе.
extended. The ranges of these lunges differ from weapon to
Тогда
weapon,
имба.
Эти рывки и дистанция разные от оружия к оружию.
enemies more effectively.
Ну, короче, это опять реально
Reworked
улучшается.
many of the attack sequences of primary attacks, making them more responsive.
Изменили
and
комбо-атаки у
reworked the
некоторых
functionality of many secondary
оружий.
attacks to make them more reliable. For example, the Riot Shield is now much more effective at blocking incoming damage, making it a great way to stall enemies. And it has gained
Видели, он оттолкнул
that knocked
Хэвика.
enemies back
Да.
several meters.
Он теперь
To
так
offset
умеет.
some of this increased power and reduce the frustration of being on the receiving end of melee attacks, we've introduced two new systems, stamina and precision, that make melee
Выносливость и
more skillful.
точность введена в
Stamina
механики.
controls when the melee player has access to lunges of
Нихуя
weapons.
себе.
Whenever
Это
their player
про
performs
выносливость
a
рассказывает.
lunges, their stamina bar
Да, стамина помогает лаунчиться в противников, а точность срезает
Со стамина
урон,
кончилось,
если
нет
как
рывков.
Да.
Если промахивается, заканчивается. Но если не мажет, то стамина будет постоянно доступна.
Это получается бесконечные рывки.
Стамина на выносливость.
Правильно понял?
Вторая
Если попадаешь,
система.
у тебя
Точность
все
попаданий. Если краем попадаешь, меньше наносишь урона. Если ровно по модельке, больше урона, чем раньше.
The precision zone at the center of the sweep will cause precise hits that do the maximum amount of damage, with many melee
Прикол.
weapons receiving a damage buff compared to Season 10. Any hits made by a sweep that are outside the precision zone are considered glancing blows and do less damage. Combined, these changes increase the overall power potential of melee weapons and better reward melee players for getting close to their targets. But with precision and stamina, melee players are required to be more deliberate in their actions to access that potential. In addition to these changes, we've also updated Quick Melee to make it a more integral part of the melee system. Quick Melee has had its damage reduced slightly, and we have had stamina added.
Нерфанули стандартный
In
урон,
this case, stamina does not
быстрой
control the range
атаки.
component, but instead grants Quick Melee access to a kick attack that can be used to push nearby
Но
enemies.
добавили пинок, который отталкивает
This
твою
match
цель.
only occurs if the player has stamina when performing a quick melee attack, and that stamina is always consumed on use and is not regenerated by sprint.
Перенадить.
Но сожжет всю выносливость этот пинок.
Counter melee attackers when they get too close, as well as
Это на
offering
всех будет или
potential
только для
counters.
ближних?
Да, на всех будет.
We're excited for you to get your
Пинок
hands on
охуеть.
this new melee system.
Ну, смотри, можно одеться как спартанец и, блядь, взять копье и вот это...
Не ожидал, что можно пинок использовать против Винчева.
Across features such as rank
Это
scoring,
серьезно
Тебя
меняет.
тебя хукает, пидор, ты его
objective
пинком
scoring,
уебал и
and
все.
player cards. Over the last 6 months, we've continued to refine rank play,
Блять, это
which has led to a
счета просто
significant increase in
охуенно.
players, but we feel there is still plenty to improve upon.
Блять, я на гранатомете вообще умирать не
Personal
буду.
performance bonuses that
На хайпе
grant
который.
bonus rank score based on how you perform in a match. The amount is based on your performance grade and your current
Рассказывает про рейтинг, то, о чем я говорил. Персональный
новая
рейтинг
пушка, ребят.
появится.
Это новое.
Где?
Но
только что была.
Ну-ка,
Лучше
отмотай.
показывают, от чего очки и так
Да
далее.
ладно, посмотрим в самой игре, как это на сегодня будет.
Новая пушка? Нет, такого не было
Which should lead to a much more balanced rank distribution early in the season compared to before. And we've also added an additional reward token to ranked for season 11.
Да заебись.
Players can now earn 2
так
diamond tokens, one for reaching diamond 4 and an additional one for reaching diamond 1.
Ух.
We've also made a series of improvements to the ping system. This includes adding clearer visual feedback to pings, as well as consolidating
Но с этим
all
получить
different
трудно.
wheels into a single, more condensed wheel, with
Чё теперь
fewer
получить
duplicate
трудно?
entries, making team play and communication much easier. Elsewhere this season, we've made modifications to the objective spawn system in our cash-out mode.
Не сказано, монетки награждаются в каждой лиге или только в
Increased
алмазе.
replayability to the game. We've rebalanced how we select cash-out locations in matches, making it more flexible and more
Там охуенный
varied.
был
As a
длинный
result,
ствол
players
очень.
should see a
Может
much
быть,
fairer
это
selection of
стволы
cash-out
добавили
locations
глушители.
and have more tactical options. This season, we've also made a range of enhancements to player cards to give players further ways to customize
карточки
their own
можно сделать,
unique
и много.
contestants. Just like outfits, player cards can now be individually
Профиль,
edited
да,
and
их?
saved, and players can assign a unique player card to each contestant. This allows players to customize their player card to perfectly match their outfit for each contestant they build. Additionally, you can now pick which pose to show on your player card,
О, прикольно.
rather than your intro emote being used. Our new tutorial in Season 11 introduces
Типа разные
the player
эмоции
as a
на
rookie
карточках
to the
можно
world of the
ставить.
finals. Thrust into their first round as a competitor alongside the legendary contestant, Dee.
You ready to get famous?
The tutorial takes the rookie through the early stages of a cash-out match, introducing them to
теперь вот так
vaults,
падаем.
cash boxes and cash-out stations, as well as the dynamic game
Для обучения.
the final
По факту
round.
обучение то же самое, но теперь тут есть боты.
As the player learns the
Обучение
game,
теперь
the
будет,
tutorial
для
relaxes into a
новых
more
игроков
open
понятно
cash-out
будет,
match
скорее всего.
against the new bot opponents,
Да.
complete with all the action and intensity of a regular finals match.
Ну, тоже добавили бои с
The rookie
ботами,
makes
это
themselves
прикольно.
known to the finals sponsors and contestants.
Потому что если играть соло
Match,
будут, можно,
guided by
блядь,
DD,
весь мир
the player
проклинать.
enters the new early talent program. This is a new training school for contestants that guides new players through the game's various modes, with a series of quests and rewards. This new path for onboarding
Да,
players to
серьезно игра,
finals
конечно.
means that there's never been a better
А
time
мне не дали, бля,
to try the
прикинь.
game. The
Так
early
они всем
talent
даются.
program sits inside the
Нет,
academy
меня одного нету таких скинов, блядь.
The Academy now contains the
Yes.
new tutorial videos for ranked cash out, quick cash, and point break modes, giving you an easy way to learn about each game mode. You can now also access the challenges in the practice range directly from the Academy, where you can select the challenge you want to play, its difficulty, and then load directly into that challenge to play it. Another major addition to the game in Season 11 is that cash out mode can now be played against bots for those who want to. The cash out bots mode can be selected from the play screen, and you are free to queue for the mode either solo, as a party of up to 3 players, or you can choose to matchmake to find a team. Bot matches use the cash out format, meaning that players enter into a
Visions bot
3-round tournament just as they would in regular cash out mode. You can also earn progress to World Tour, Battle Pass, and other progression systems in bot
Длинный
matches, but that is at a reduced rate.
Погодите, блять, можно
Bot opponents
прогрессировать в
are
World
fully able to
Tour.
navigate the finals' highly
играть с
dynamic
ботами.
environments, cause destruction, and make use of an array of gadgets and specializations. Bots provide the full cash-out experience, but in a great environment for new players to learn the game. If you've ever tried the finals before and struggled to find your footing, cash-out bots provide a great space for you to jump back into the game. And this is just the start for bots. Over time, we plan to continue to extend bot functionality and support to other game modes, more maps, and more items.
Over the past few years, we've learned a lot about the finals. We've listened to your feedback, studied how people play, and used those lessons to shape what's coming next. Everything we're building toward is based on one simple idea: doubling down on what makes the finals unique. The game show, the tournaments, the dynamism, and the freedom players have in how they play. Season 10
Ну-ка, хотя бы скачать-то можно
Season
уже?
11 makes the finals
Нет.
easier
Нет.
to get into and more enjoyable to play, whether you're a brand new player or a
Уже так
veteran.
не терпится.
О,
And it's
зато новые скины уже появились.
together in a major evolution of the game. You'll see fundamentally evolved
В игре?
destruction and dynamism,
Нет, в Steam DLC.
a stronger
новые.
sense of progression and purpose throughout each season,
Ну-ка, я
and
посмотрю.
improvements that build on everything we've learned since launch. We'll have much more to share in the months ahead, and we're incredibly excited for you to see what we've been working on. But for now, we're happy to launch Season 11. A
Нет,
new
что-то...
theme, a new arena, a whole new way for
Что-то я
players
не
to step
вижу.
into the game, and a long list of changes, big and small, aimed at making the
Yeah.
finals more fair, more welcoming, and more fun to play. A lot of this came from you, from what you've told us and what you've asked for, and we're grateful for that. It's how the game keeps
И
getting
теперь
better.
патчноты доступны.
There's plenty more we're still working on, but for now,
Все, есть
it's
загрузка.
all live and ready to play. So jump in, try it out, and let us know what you think.
Блять, в Steam
Кому
без
надо,
заходить.
я буду сейчас сидеть читать патчноты и переводить.
Да нету загрузки.
Даже
никакой.
смотреть не буду.
У меня есть, вот смотри.
Я перезашел в Steam, сейчас буду. В целом нам вроде уже все рассказали, основное. Единственное, что нам сейчас надо будет почитать,
Бля, мне интересно,
это
за лайта,
ребаланс.
братишка. Пистолет.
АПС-ку изменили.
АПС-ку, надеюсь, апнули.
Да?
Слава богу, блядь.
Но при этом она не регенерируется, если ее уже поставили.